Hello YouTubers, today I'm just talking about one of my favourite camera, 8mm in my collection. This is the Sony my eyesight's getting crap. Sony TRV45E. This is the English model. As I say, it's one of my favourites in the collection. It's only Video 8 XR as it states there, so it's the extra resolution. If you've not heard of that before, it sort of gave an extra 200 lines or so. It was sort of the answer for SVHS in comparison. So this, bumped up the resolution a little bit. But yeah, the reason I like this particular model, you've got your stereo microphone on here, so that's going to be much better. Wrong way around. Got the night shot over here, which I prefer this design of just slide up, slide down, as it proudly states on that sticker here, 3.5-inch screen, so it's massive. Which is really nice for when you're watching back the videos in the camera. It's got a built-in speaker, which is, you can see it's up there. Little speaker there, but you can always plug in headphones on this model as well. You can plug in a microphone as well, as you can see there, the green for headphones and then red for the mic. So you've got really all the inputs on here. And while I'm talking about inputs, this camera, another feature which is a bit more unique. Let's get a battery on it so you can actually see. I have actually mentioned this camera before on this channel. Along the lights on the top, you'll see right at the, everything's mirrored on my screen so it's a bit confusing. You've got the record buttons light up here. So this is quite rare for the PAL models. That normally used to be a lot more in the NTSC for whatever reason. They got less resolution than the American models, so recording quality wasn't quite as good as the PAL models, but then they had better features in terms of recording, so it's a bit strange. But yeah, there were PAL models, obviously, because this one's here. It has that with that feature, but it was rare. And that's why I used this camera to do a video not too long ago where I copied a film that was never available on 8mm. There was a short run of 8mm films produced, but it didn't sell very well. They were more used in actually on flights for movies on the plane. I never experienced that, but that would have been pretty awesome at the time to have these movies. And they do pop up occasionally on eBay from time to time, but they're very scarce and very rare. There wasn't a big selection of them made. But yeah, with the inputs here, which are normally just outputs on the camera, it doesn't have S-video on here, so it's not quite the highest spec. I guess there is one with that because that mold is there, or a similar chassis anyway. But yeah, these are inputs and not just outputs, which they would be on most cameras. So yeah, I did a Halloween movie. I think it was the 8th movie, but regardless, had it on DVD and then copied that DVD to a brand new 8mm tape on here. And picture quality actually it really held up well. So I copied it onto the tape and then I output it to the computer. And the way I do that, and all my 8mm, because I always get asked this, it's done via a digital 8 camera. I've only got two now. I have the TRV45E, which, like this model, has the ability to record it via the inputs. So that's even better because it's digital 8. So that's how I did that particular tape. But yeah, that's one of my digital 8s. And the other digital 8 camera I own is the TRV410, which has the big screen like this, and also inputs. So yeah, I'm lucky with my collection of what I've collected over the last couple of years. In and out, put that back in the bag. To have a good selection of these cameras that have the abilities to be used for input recording as well as just output. But yeah, normally for my tapes, 8mm, Video 8 or High 8, they are archived to the computer via a digital 8 camera, as I say, which is a TRV330 in my case and a TRV410. And then yeah, I've got that ability to capture the Video 8, the High 8, and of course digital 8 to the computer in the highest quality sort of possible for capturing. But yeah, I just thought I'd show that camera, little bit of look around again, and I'll do further videos sort of doing one-on-one with them as well. But yeah, really nice camera. They don't pop up very often. There was an American version which looks identical to that. I think that's off memory, it's TRV85, and that is the High 8 version, which I would really like a High 8 or a High 8 XR of that body design, body chassis, but I don't think there's any PAL models that were made. If so, that I've never seen them on eBay. I keep an eye on every so often, check on there. But yeah, the only one that looks identical to it but has the high is the TRV, as I say, 85, and it's NTSC model. Maybe I'll try and pick up on those days, but one day. But it's the taxes you're paying, because I'm in the UK. You're going to be paying for taxes to get it over there, postage, and also it would only be able to ever play and record tapes off in that camera, because it's not going to play PAL tapes. So unfortunately, so that's where I'm at with that idea. So that may only ever be the one of that design body chassis that I have in my collection. But hope you enjoyed this little video and having a look around the TRV45 with me. I will speak to you again soon. Bye for now.